morning and welcome. It's a beautiful morning this morning, and I hope you all are doing well. So let's get started, coming into a comfortable seated position. And you may want to be crisscross like me, or if you want to stretch your legs out in front of you, if that's more comfortable, that's just fine. You just explore what feels good to you. And then when you're ready, let's place our hands on our knees, closing our eyes and maybe offering a little gratitude for this beautiful day and for your yoga practice. And then drawing the attention to the breath. As you inhale, feeling the abdominals extend and letting the air just travel up through the belly, through the chest, the thoracic cavity, on up through the throat, the nose, and then hold it there for a breath or two. And then just gently exhale through the mouth, very slowly, feeling your shoulders drop down away from your ears, feeling your whole body come into a sense of calm. And let's do one more. Nice deep breath. Nice vertical spine. Exhaling very slowly. Beautiful. And then open your eyes gently. And let's get started by opening up the neck and the cervical spine. So let's drop the chin to the chest. And it might feel kind of tight. I know mine does this morning. So just kind of let your head drop here. And just let it feel weightless. And then as you inhale, let's take the head over to the left shoulder. And then exhale, come on over, inhale to the right. Exhale down to the center. Inhale to the left. And just feel those muscles in your neck and the upper back begin to open up and stretch. Beautiful. And then bring your head back to the center. So let's take the right hand over to the left temple and sitting up nice and tall, let's just gently press the head towards the right shoulder, very gently. And feel the sides of your neck start to open up and release some tension. And breathe. Good. Good morning, everyone. Breathing. Good. And then gently release the right arm. And let's take the left hand over to the right temple. Gently pressing the head down towards the left. Opening up the whole right side of your neck. Beautiful. And breathe. And then gently release the left hand and bring it down to your knees. So let's do a rotation of the spine, and we're going to curve the spine, drawing the navel to the spine, and inhale here, and then we're going to exhale and rotate around towards the front, pushing the chest out, taking your body in a big circle here. Inhale, drawing the spine to the navel, Exhale, push the chest out. Beautiful. Opening up that lumbar area and breathing. Good. Beautiful. Releasing any kind of tension that builds up in the lumbar area. Good. And then come back to center. So let's place our left hand down near the left hip. And we've got our right hand, as you inhale, it's going to come up and just drop over your right ear, hinging from the waist. Take a deep breath down into your right side, into the rib cage. Good. Breathing. Beautiful. And then release the right arm. Bring the right hand to the right hip. As you inhale, bringing the left arm up and over the left ear. And just breathe down deep into the left rib cage. Good. And then release the left arm. So let's walk our hands forward. And you may want to come down to your elbows, or if you want to come all the way down onto your fingertips. Just explore what feels good to you. And then we're just going to stretch out that lumbar spine and come down to wherever your edge of flexibility is. And take a few breaths here. Really feeling the extension of your spine. And then gently walk your hands back towards your body. Good. Good, good, good. So now let's place the left hand on the right knee. And the right arm is going to come behind you. And as you inhale, twisting the abs, looking over your right shoulder. And hold here for a couple of breaths. Continuing to rotate the spine. And now we're working the abs in. And then gently release. So we're taking the right hand to the left knee, placing the left arm behind you. Inhale, twisting the abs, looking over your left shoulder, and breathe. Beautiful. And then let's release. Come into our V legs. And give your legs a little bit of a shake if they were all crisscrossed applesauce. Good, good. And as you inhale, let's draw the arms up. Exhale, float down to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, float down to the right. Inhale, up. Float down towards your feet. Inhale, up. Exhale, float down towards your center. Inhale, up. Floating down to the left. Inhale, float up. Exhale, floating down to the right. Inhale, floating the arms up. Exhale, float down towards the feet. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, float down to the center. I'm going to hold here just for a few breaths. So feeling that nice extension in your spine, the nice stretch in your shoulders, in your rib cage. And breathe. Good, and then walk your hands up towards your body. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. We'll start to open up the hips a little bit. So grabbing your feet, walking your hips up to your feet or your feet back toward your hips, whatever works for you, and just let your knees flutter like a butterfly. Good. We build up a lot of tension in our hips, and this is a wonderful way to release it. Beautiful. Good. Maybe you'll notice each time we do this, your hips open up a little bit more and your knees float down a little farther. Good to keep our hips healthy for our knees, for our backs. So let's bring the feet up in front of you and just guide the knees over from the left to the right. Good morning. So we're neutralizing the hips here. Just let them float in space. Good. So now extending the V-legs out once more. Let's bring that right foot into the left thigh, keeping the spine nice and tall. And as you inhale, draw the arms up, turn and face your left leg, and hinging from the waist, come on down to wherever it's comfortable for you. Always honor where you are. It's not about how far down you come. It's about the nice stretch that you're feeling. You're feeling this in your quads and your hamstrings and your calves. Also feeling the extension in your spine. And breathing. And then walk your hands up your left leg. Good. So let's extend the right leg out. Bring that left foot into the right thigh. Inhale, arms come up. Turning towards the right leg. And as you exhale, float down towards your right knee. Right here on your elbows. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can try to grab your foot. And just take a few breaths here. And then gently walk your hands up your right leg. Good. So let's come on to our knees. And we're actually going to sit on our ankles and placing the hands behind our hips. Our fingertips are pointing towards the hips. You can stay right here on top of your fingertips, or if you want to flatten your hands, come back a little. We're going to open the chest, so rolling the shoulders back, opening up the chest, lifting the heart, head is parallel to the mat, and breathe. Really feel your shoulders and your chest opening up. Staring at the ceiling. We never want to overextend our neck, our head. Breathing. Beautiful. So let's come on to our toes. So we're going to be sitting on our ankles, but we're going to have our toes flexed. So stretching out our toes. Let's bring our arms out in front of us here. And gently flex the hands up and down. Up and down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keeping a nice tall spine. And then maybe you want to take your wrists in little circles. Rotating the wrists. And let's spread the fingers out nice and wide. Big stretch. As wide as you can. Good. Then clench the fists. And then let your fingers flutter. Good. Breathing. So let's extend those fingers out nice and wide once again. Good, good, good. Clench the fists and flutter your fingers. Beautiful. So coming down now, we're going to come into child's pose. So you can have your knees wide spread if you'd like, or if you want to bring them together, that's fine. We're going to let the arms float down to the sides, shoulders floating down towards the mat. And just feel the total expansion of your rib cage here. And we're stretching out the splenius muscles in the rib cage, the intercostal muscles, and feel the extension of your spine. And then as you're ready, inhale, draw the arms up, push the hips forward, slight little back bend. Exhale, float back down into child's pose. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float back down to child's pose. Inhale, rise. Oh, nice wide arms. Exhale, floating back down. We'll do two more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float back down. Last one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float back down into child's pose. This time we're going to extend the arms out in front of us in child's pose. So pause for a breath or two here. And then as you're ready, walk the arms over to the right side, placing the left hand on top of the right hand, and take a deep breath down into the left rib cage. Good. Breathing. And then walk your arms over to the center, across to the left, placing that right hand on top of the left hand, and take a deep breath down into the right rib cage. And then walk your hands back to the center, keeping them extended. And as you inhale, we're going to stretch out and float forward to wherever it's comfortable for you. If you want to stay in tabletop, if you want to come into cobra or up dog, whatever works for you. Exhale, we're going to come back towards the ankles. Inhale, float forward, shoulders are soft, elbows are tucked into the rib cage. Exhale, coming back towards the ankles. Inhale, float forward, beautiful. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, float forward. Exhale, come back. Do two more. Inhale, floating forward. Good, everybody. Exhale, floating back. Last one. Inhale, floating forward. We're going to hold here for just a couple of breaths. Really feel your upper body strength. Breathing. Beautiful. And then come into tabletop, we're going to slide the left knee forward and extend the right leg. So you can keep both knees bent into a side pigeon if you like, or if you want to frame your left knee with your hands and sit on your left hip, you can always slide a block under your hip as well. So coming into our pigeon pose, feel that nice lengthening and strengthening in the right leg, stretching out the psoas muscle from the pelvis, wrapping around the hip socket and going all the way down to the femur. Good. And we're breathing. And then scoot the left knee back and scoot the right knee forward. And you can be wherever you'd like. Both bent knees at a side view, or framing your hands around your right knee, coming down onto your right hip and stretching out that left leg, long and strong. And breathing here. Good. Beautiful. And then let's bring both the knees together into tabletop. So we've got our hips and our knees lined up together. We've got our hands as closely underneath our shoulders as we can. And we'll do a couple of cat-cows. So inhale, taking the navel to the spine, contracting the abs. Exhale, release the abs, head and tailbone come up together. Inhale, cat. Exhale, release down into cow. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. We'll do two more. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Beautiful. So standing on our knees, your knees are about hip width apart. So let's stand on our knees, bring that right hand to the right hip, right below the waist. And as you're ready, inhale, the left arm rises and we're pushing our hips forward. Head is parallel to the mat, and breathe. Beautiful. And then release the left arm. So we're going to bring the left hand to the left hip. As you inhale, the right arm rises, pushing the hips forward, and breathe. And then let's come back down into tabletop. So here in tabletop, take the right arm. We're going to take the right arm up and out. So opening up the shoulders this way. We're going to come thread the right arm through the left arm, come down to your right elbow, or extend your left arm and come all the way down to your right shoulder. Whatever works for you. Take a couple of breaths here. And then release the right arm. So coming back into tabletop, inhale, take that left arm up and out, and then thread it through the right arm, come down to your elbow or your shoulder. We'll take a couple breaths here. Good. And then bring the left arm up, coming back into tabletop. So let's do some leg extensions. So as you inhale, we're going to take that right leg out, nice and long and strong, flexing the right foot. And breathe down deep into this right leg, stretching out all of those muscles, that psoas muscle. And as you're ready, slightly bend the knee. And inhale, take the knee up. And then the knee into the chest. Inhale, knee comes out to the side. Exhale, knee is down to the mat. So coming over to the left side, extending that left leg out, nice and firm, flexing the left foot, breathing, and then bend the left knee. Inhale, take the knee up and out. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, knee comes out to the side. Exhale, knee is back down onto the mat. So let's come on down to our elbows. So we're on our elbows and we're stretching our legs out into an elbow plank. So we don't want to drop our abs. We want to keep them up. Keep our glutes up. And breathe here. Good. And then come on down to the mat and place your hands underneath your shoulders. And as you inhale, rise up into baby cobra. Good. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming up into baby cobra. Your elbows are tucked into your rib cage. Good. Exhale, come down. Inhale, rise into baby cobra. Exhale, coming down, resting on your left cheek. Arms are extended out to the sides, palms facing up. And pause here for a couple of breaths. And then as you're ready, we're going to inhale and take the chest up, just the chest only. Rolling the shoulders back, arms coming up, palms facing towards the ceiling. Breathing. Good. And then exhale, come on down to the mat. Make sure you can see me. So now we're just going to inhale and take the legs up alone. Just the legs. And breathe. And then release the legs. And now as we inhale, taking the chest and the legs up together into full locust pose. Beautiful. Breathing, rolling those shoulders back. Good. And then exhale, relax onto your mat. Pause on your right cheek. And take a few breaths here. And then bending the knees, you can just bend them right here if you want to grab your ankles, coming into a nice hamstring quad stretch. So take a few breaths here. Stretch it out. Good. And then for anyone who would like to come into boat pose, inhale, chest comes up, knees up into boat. Boat pose. Exhale, release, and let's come on into child's pose. Whichever way you choose. You can have your arms up in front, out in front, or you can have your arms down at the sides. Then take a few breaths here, neutralizing the spine. Beautiful. So as you're ready, let's come on down to our backs. And we're going to stretch out, a nice full body stretch. So your arms are up overhead And you're stretching out like a piece of taffy, like somebody's pulling your hands, somebody's pulling your feet. Drawing the navel in towards the spine and breathe. Really feel all this tension in your body as you stretch it out long and strong. And then gently release your arms, let your spine melt into the mat, and pause. So as you're ready, bringing the arms up, exhale, release to forward fold. Arms come up, and we're going to come down very slowly, one vertebra at a time. So you can take your time, working our abdominals. Slow, slow, slow. Beautiful. And then take a breath here. I'm going to repeat this a couple of times. So inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, coming down one vertebra at a time. Really feel this in your abs. And then take a breath here. We're going to do two more. So inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, coming down slowly. Take your time. No rush. Pause here for a breath. And then inhale, rise. Last one, make it count. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, coming down very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Really make this one count. And then pause here for a couple of breaths. Let your arms just kind of relax at the sides, palms facing up or down. And breathe. And as you're ready, bring both legs up, keeping the pelvic floor on the mat, placing your hands behind your calves. Gently press your knees towards your body. So what we're feeling is in our hamstrings and our quads and our calves. And breathe. And then separate the legs a little bit. Let's give our feet some love. So flexing our feet up and down, rotating the ankles. Just play with it. Happy feet. And then place your both hands, left hand, right hand, on the inside of the thigh. And we're going to just let the legs drop open to wherever your edge of flexibility is. Strengthening the thighs. Continuing to work the hip flexors. And your hands are just gently pressing your legs. See if they can go a little bit deeper, but not to where it's painful, ever. Honor where you are. Breathing. Then bring the knees back together. We're going to drop the left leg down, draw that right knee into the chest, and give it a nice squeeze. And then as you're ready, take the balls of the right foot into the right hand. Your left hand is on your left hip, supporting it on the mat, and gently press your knee towards your body, your right knee. Good. And breathe down deep into that right hip. Beautiful. And then release the right leg. Let's draw that left knee into the chest and give it a nice hug. And then as you're ready, take the balls of the left foot into your left hand. Gently press the left knee towards your body with your right hand on your right hip, supporting it on the mat. Take a few breaths down deep into the left hip. Good. Good, good, good. And then bring the feet on down to the mat. Knees are bent. Let's just let the knees float from side to side like windshield wipers. Good. Neutralizing the hips. Floating in space. Good. So let's walk our feet towards our hips, keeping them nice and bent. You can leave your arms at your sides with your palms facing down, or if you want to clasp your hands underneath, rolling your shoulders back. Inhale, hips rise, shoulders are nice and open, and breathe. Knees are firm and straight. Breathing. Really feel this in your glutes, all the way down to your ankles. And then release and pause. We'll do one more. And as you're ready, either clasp the hands or not. Hips rise as you inhale, knees firm and straight, and breathe into a bridge pose. And then release. Stretch your legs out on the mat. Pause for a couple of breaths. Pauses are just as important as the poses. And then drawing the knees into the chest, placing your hands on your knees, rotating and massaging the spine. So keeping your pelvic floor on the mat, and feel this nice massage, deep massage in your lumbar region, in that sacral spine. And take your knees either side to side or in big circles or little circles, whatever you're feeling. And then as you're ready, either rock up to a standing position or let your knees drop to the sides, press your hands into your mat and push yourself up. Whatever is easiest for you to come into standing. So let's shake it all out. Shake it all out. Yeah. Ooh, loosey-goosey. Good. So coming into our mountain pose, checking in with our alignment. We've got our shoulders nice and relaxed and soft. Knees are slightly bent. And a nice firm vertical spine and neutral pelvis. Shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees, and knees over the ankles. And as you inhale, bringing the arms up, slight little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming into a halfway lift. Hands are right below the kneecaps. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sitting down in the chair. So the knees and the toes are lined up together. Feeling a nice little squat. Exhale, come into forward fold. Inhale, come on up. Walking your hands up your legs, coming up one vertebra at a time. Beautiful. So let's come into a fairly wide stance. Our feet are pointed out laterally. And get ready to do some squats. So bring your hands to heart center. There we go. Hands to heart center, knees are slightly bent. As you inhale, we're going to dip down. Arms come up. Good. Exhale. Arms back to heart center, but keeping the knees slightly bent. Inhale, dipping down. Good. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Inhale, dip down. Good. Maybe a little deeper. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Try to keep your spine as long and tall as you can. Good. And then hands back to heart center. Inhale, dip. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Last one. Inhale, dip. Holding it here. Few breaths. Nice and strong. You've got this. Good, good, good. And then exhale, release. Give your legs a little shake. So we have time for the joy breath and we have time for Shavasana. So keeping our legs somewhat widespread. Doing our joy breath, meaning you can't do it without a big smile on your face. So here we go. Inhale, up, out, up and through, up, out, and through, up, out, up and through. We get a little faster. Up, out, and through. Happy, happy, up and through. Last one, up and through. Beautiful. So come on down to your mats in a reclining, relaxed position. And I hope that you all will take a few minutes even after we adjourn to rest your body, rest the entire physiology. That's so important when you do any form of exercise. Letting your body replenish and shifting from your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight, to the parasympathetic, where your body is saying it's time to slow down, it's time to relax. So hopefully you are coming into a moment of calm body and a quiet mind. Offer yourself some gratitude for carving out the time today to do your practice. I'm always so grateful that you join me, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. So until we meet again, please continue to think peaceful thoughts, always speak kind words, and radiate as much love from your hearts as you possibly can. Namaste. Love to you all.